All right, Steelers Nation. Looks like we got some updates on the coaching front. Shout out to that, man. But like I said, man, for us, we are losing a former coach, but more so in a lateral role. Talking about Aaron Curry, former inside linebackers coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers, now officially a part of that New York Jets coaching staff, also in the same capacity as their linebackers coach. So hit that like button one time for the culture, and don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel. Now, what do we know about Aaron Curry? He was with the Steelers for the past 2 seasons. He has had one Pro Bowler under his time here, with obviously Patrick Queen being that guy. Just most recently, right? It was a week ago, getting that nod for the Pro Bowl. But from there, we talk about guys like Landon Roberts. Felt really impressed with what we saw from him the previous 2 seasons. Peyton Wilson coming in as a rookie, providing big impact, splash plays. We felt good about him. And even, like I said, man, last year when you talk about the Cole Holcomb and Quan Alexanders of the world and how those guys performed under Aaron Curry, at times, man, I know at least last year, man, we felt good about the group, man. It was like, you know what, we're finally starting to see more intentions in terms of resources put in that room when we brought in the Coles and Quans and Landon Roberts, and we got uptick in production. And Aaron Curry was at the helm for that, man, being the inside linebackers coach. But then you bring him in even more resources, obviously, with Patrick Queen, the big free agent signing. And we know everybody has a little bit different opinions on his overall performance this season. But to me, man, when you end up, as a Pro Bowler, it's like, man, we can talk about what we want to talk about in terms of how you made us feel or not, but you still cannot take away that Pro Bowl. And that's the one thing that for Aaron Curry, he can say that, yeah, he has a NFL Pro Bowl that he coached under his tutelage, man. And when you take it a step further than that, we were obviously trying to figure out, man, were there going to be any fires, right? Who's going to get got, man, because it wasn't good enough. Now, the flip side was this. Mr. Rooney, when he did his intimate media session, we want to call it media availability, but or a press conference, but during his little intimate session with the media, he talked about how he was impressed with the inside linebackers, how he thought they did a really good job, and he felt that they were a strength of the defense. And statistically, that would be supported by that. Watching it on tape, that would be supported by it also. But that also doesn't mean they were perfect. And I think that both of those things can be true. But now from there, the conversation is, man, well, was he fired? Well, was he not fired? How did he end up in New York? What was that situation like? The thing was this, man, in Pittsburgh, they traditionally do 2-year contracts for assistant coaches. Just 2-year contracts. You can get an extension potentially, but it's just a 2-year deal. They don't fire you off of it, but when the contract is up, if they want to go a different direction, they'll, do that, or at least allow you the opportunity to see where you would like to go. And it appears that for Aaron, man, they weren't able to get, whatever it needed to be done for him to want to return, or for them to want him to return. So next best thing for him, you hop on with not a young coach, Aaron Glenn. Shout out to Aaron Glenn though, man. But you hop on with Aaron Glenn, a guy that's new to being a head coach, right? Obviously the former DC of the Detroit Lions. So you hop on with him, and he's obviously the head coach in New York with the Jets. And the defensive coordinator is my former coach that was out in Arizona, Steve Wilkes. That'll be the defensive coordinator out there, man. So when you're looking at the overall mindset of the guys they're bringing in, defense dudes, man, at the head guy, a true defensive guy at defense coordinator, which is also good to see. We know how it was in New England a couple years ago. And now you're bringing in Aaron Curry, man. I think that for him, he has to have some type of comfort with those guys, man, and understanding that they all see, defense the same, or at least in a similar fashion, where they feel like, that's going to be a great opportunity for him and, ultimately for that Jets organization. They need all the help they can get, baby. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But in the flip side to that is this now. We have a hole at the linebacker coaching position, the inside spot. Obviously, we know Denzel Martin is the outside linebackers coach. We haven't had one coach coaching inside and outside since Keith Butler, who was doing it my first year here in Pittsburgh in 2014. I don't anticipate them going back to that. I think they want to keep Denzel at outside, where I think he's doing an awesome job, man. You look at the production from TJ, you look at the production from Highsmith, you look at the production from Nate Herbert, you look at the production from Preston Smith. I'm like, man, stay out there, man. You killing it, baby. You killing it. But inside, it's interesting, man. You can obviously try to find some more of the higher end names that are out there that we don't necessarily see as potential for defensive coordinators at the moment, and obviously not potential for head coaches at the moment, that is an option. And there are some names out there for that. But I'm biased, baby. I'm biased. I like when they do it and they promote from within, because I got two of my homies in the building right now. I'm talking Vince Williams and Ryan Shazier. All right. Do I honestly think they are 100% ready for that position at the moment? Probably not, right? A little premature, but that this is their first full season, working in the coaching capacity with the Steelers. And, the various roles they were in weren't exactly linebacker. But we know these are two dudes that that played the game at an extremely high level and have clearly has shown that they have an affinity for coaching, along with understanding the discipline that it takes to be a coach, which is a lot of times the knock on former players when they tap into that coaching market, man. But for those two dudes, man, they've shown that, they know what it takes, man. They obviously know the Steelers way. And you're talking about guys that bleed their black and gold, guys that truly understand the passion, the pride, and, everything that comes with that. Yeah, those two guys to me, man, are right up there at the top of the list. But obviously, if you're talking about more from a proven factor, right, the proven element of it, then you would definitely want to go outside. And, there's definitely some options out there with that, man. But I ain't against the homies getting an opportunity, man. I'm definitely not against it, man. We always talk about youth. We always talk about getting fresh ideas. But you guys let me know your thoughts, though, on Aaron Curry, man, ultimately departing with the Pittsburgh Steelers from the inside linebacker coaching position and taking the same job with the New York Jets. And like I said, let me know your thoughts on that. And also, how you feel about potentially inside linebacker coach replacements, man. Like I said, y'all heard the names I'm throwing out. Yes, I'm biased, but I do not care. I like my dogs. They know the Steelers way. And they know Coach Thomas' messaging, man. And that's going to stay consistent. And you talk about sharp football minds. Those my guys. We was all in that lab together. I know what they know. They nice. They real nice. But either way, I appreciate you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, baby. Peace.